are you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Great, great. Coach Franklin just described you as appreciative. He says that's something that stands out about your personality. How much are you appreciating the opportunity to be a starting safety here at Penn State?
A lot. I'm appreciating more than just being a starting safety. I'm appreciating talking to you guys. This is an honor to be able to stand in front of you guys and tell y'all my experience through Penn State, which has been a great experience.
Ji'Ayir, there's a big emphasis on the turnover battle this week. Iowa leads the nation with 16. As a secondary, how valuable is it for you guys to be able to work that turnover battle in your favor this week?
It's a chance to really go out there and try to be the best secondary we can be. Try to get the #1 spot as a secondary unit, which we all want. Iowa's currently leading right now, and it's a great opportunity for us to go out there and try to put on the show for the fans.
There's been some tight finishes in Iowa City over the past couple of years. Between the crowd noise and just getting ready for the environment, what do you think, just challenge-wise, it presents just to be back on the road in that environment?
It's going to be great. We've been off the road for a minute. To get back out there, we're really prepared for all the noise and everything that's coming our way. Every practice we prepare with fan noise, crowd noise, just to get us ready for that type of environment. So we're going to be pretty prepared to go in there and get things done.
You've got 3 interceptions, and that's an interesting number here because not a lot of guys have had more than 3 since like 2018. Were you aware of that number? Is it something that you're cognizant of?
Nah, I wasn't really aware of it. I just make the plays as they come. Unfortunately, some guys, that was here previously couldn't get 3, but I was able to get 3 with the blessing of God, so I'm more appreciative of it.
What do you can kind of attribute your ball skills to? Were you ever, a lot of guys, baseball players in the past, that kind of thing? How do you kind of track that?
I played football since I was like 6 years old. Also played baseball as a center fielder. So I guess that'll be a good, reason why I can cover the field so good.
And what about, former New Jersey basketball leader in steals? Let's not forget.
Yeah, you got that one too.
Is that a genuine correlation, just being someone who's naturally anticipatory?
Yeah, definitely gets to test my instincts, playing basketball in New Jersey, being a steal leader, that's not an easy thing to do, Being able to be real instinctive, move around the basketball court, I can do the same thing on the field, and it's been working for me lately.
You're putting a starting 5 together, basketball players on this team, who you going with?
I got to put me at the point guard. I got to be the point guard. Bristol got to be the 2. Tyler Warren, the 3. Adisa Isaac, the 4. And for my big man, that's tough. I might have to go Congo. Derek Tangelo, yeah, I'm going to have to do that.
That Duke background, right?
Yeah. He had some experience with Zion Williamson a little bit, so hopefully that pay off.
You're not picking the guy to block 2 field goals to be your center?
Oh, AK? You absolutely right. I had to throw AK in there. AK actually played basketball too, He was a pretty solid basketball player, so I had to throw him in there too.
So Congo's the 6th man now?
Yeah, Congo got to go to 6th man. Oh, I forgot about AK. He got to go to 6th man.
What about a 1-on-1 Congo or AK?
AK like a Shaquille O'Neal, so Congo like a little Giannis kind of guy. I'm going to take Congo, just because of the body size.
And when you have the interception at the end of the game, are the coaches yelling at you to get down, or what's the message coming from other players and stuff? And how difficult is it to not want to take off and just run?
They didn't really yell at me or nothing like that. They expect me to get more yards off of the interception. That's something I definitely have to work on getting better at, is being able to advance the ball further. So, yeah, that's mainly what the conversation was about on the sideline.
Can you hear him, or do you just black out after you get back?
Coach Franklin got a real distinctive voice. You can hear him on the field. Even if there's 100,000 people yelling, you can hear Coach Franklin. So I heard him, yeah.
Ji'Ayir, your first year with this team, you played, but in front of an empty stadium, whether it was here or elsewhere. What's it been like? How fulfilling has it been to play here and elsewhere in front of a full crowd and really being a part of Big Ten football?
Last year was not too much different from my junior college years. Empty stadiums, playing in front of we had about 100, 200 people there, if so. So I really didn't, think of it as any different. I went out there and played the same way. But this year has been, unbelievable. I never played in front of 105,000, 107,000 fans, you know. Even when we went to Wisconsin, you know, 90,000 fans for my first game. It was amazing feeling, you know, so it's been great.
Have teams told you about Kinnick Stadium? Would you know about it kind of set up there?
Yeah, I heard it gets pretty loud over there, so I'm definitely prepared and waiting to experience it.
You've had, not you personally, but the coverage guys have had two dropped, maybe pick sixes. It happens, but I'm sure you pick them up in the moment. But when you get into the film and you watch Brandon bobble a ball 12 times, I mean, what is that conversation like after the fact when everything's all well and good?
You know, we get a laugh out of that first, you know, but then, you know, we all rally together and say these are the plays that championship defenses make. We got to make these plays in order to be a championship defense. So, you know, we end up working on the jugs, as y'all can see everybody out here on the jugs, and just trying to get ready to capitalize on the next opportunity.
Speaking of championship defense, this is a championship-type matchup. With already having such a tough schedule, it might even get harder down the line. Do you even put more pressure towards a top-5 matchup on fact of what it already is?
No, you know, I take every opponent the same way, you know. It's obviously a big game, but, you know, every opponent has, you know, a certain routine you follow throughout the week to get prepared for the opponent on Saturday. So we're following that same routine, getting prepared the same way for Iowa as we got prepared for the last game and the game before that. And we're just going to go in there and try to do our best.
What stands out to you when you look at this Iowa offense on film?
You know, they're very sound, very good. You know, these guys, you know, they played together last year. I think they won, if I'm not mistaken, 11 consecutive games together since 2020.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, so they have a strong bond, they have a strong chemistry, and it's going to be a good game come Saturday.
Speaking of the Iowa offense, Spencer Petras, I believe is how you say his name, the quarterback. 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. Not turning the ball over much, but against Maryland, it looked like they asked him to kind of throw it downfield more. What are you seeing from him in film, and specifically that play-action offense that Iowa's been running?
He's doing a real great job of not turning the ball over. A very smart quarterback, great with his decision making, and you know, our job is to go in there and try to change that, and obviously try to force him to make some turnovers.
Iowa's had a lot of success this year, you know, forcing turnovers on defense, giving the offense short field. What's it like for you as a defender on the sideline, knowing that, you know, suddenly you'll have to come out onto the field? You know, how do you guys stay ready in those moments?
We practice the moments. We go through them game-changing moments where we got to come out on the field during, you know, turnovers or sudden change moments, or, you know, P and 10s. You know, we practice all that kind of stuff. So in order for us to come out on the field, you know, it's nothing different from us starting a game on the field. No matter the situation, we come out with the same mindset and try to get a stop on defense.
When you're facing a quarterback like that doesn't turn the ball over, do you tend to gamble more in those situations knowing you might not have another opportunity to get those turnovers, or does it force you to play more soundly?
It definitely forces you to play more soundly, you know. I'm pretty sure when, you know, NFL players go against Tom Brady, you know, they don't gamble or nothing. You know, Tom Brady will make you pay for it. So we're definitely going to go in here and try to make something happen. You know, hopefully it'll work out in our favor, but if it doesn't, you know, it is what it is.
Couple more, guys. Couple more.
James just said that he feels like he has 2 of the best safeties in college football on his roster with you and Jaquan. What do you two do so well together that maybe wouldn't, if you were by yourselves, maybe wouldn't shine as much than when you are together?
You know, we brought this chemistry from Lackawanna, from when we were playing together at junior college. We ping off each other in a way that I don't think any safety, dual safety in the country can. More of a telepathic thing with us, you know. We just know where each other at. We know what each other going to do in certain situations. It's, you know, just the bond and chemistry we have. We expect so much from each other, and we're going to play at our best no matter what.
Do you guys live together? Are you roommates?
Not anymore. We used to be roommates last year.
Okay.
Yeah, but not
that
anymore.
Close then. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Report as a roommate versus the scouting report
As a roommate, endless film. Endless film. You know, you're going to be watching film from morning to night, then the next morning to night, then the next morning to night, and it's going to keep going on. He's definitely a film freak. You know, he loves to watch film. He'll probably come to your room 12 o'clock at night, knocking on your door like, yo, did you see what they did on this play? And you'd be like, oh, man, I seen it, bro. Like, you know, but you got to love him, man. He's definitely a film freak, and that's what he's like as a roommate.
All right, thanks, Take.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.